A single $50 purchase often triggers a $5,000 cascade of unintended spending, quietly dismantling the net worth of even the most disciplined earners. This psychological trap suggests that the acquisition of one new possession often creates a spiral of consumption that leads to additional, unplanned purchases to maintain a sense of internal cohesion. Most high-income professionals struggle not with a lack of capital, but with a phenomenon that transforms a simple upgrade into a total lifestyle overhaul. Understanding the Diderot effect is the difference between building a sustainable seven-figure portfolio and living paycheck to paycheck in a high-end zip code. By examining the historical roots and modern financial implications of this behavioral glitch, anyone can identify the moments where wealth is most vulnerable. The following analysis breaks down how to spot the spiral before it begins and how the world's most efficient capital allocators insulate themselves from lifestyle creep. The concept originates from the 18th century French philosopher Denis Diderot, who received a gift of a magnificent scarlet robe that inadvertently ruined his finances. Upon wearing the robe, he noticed his existing furniture looked shoddy by comparison, leading him to replace his straw chair with leather, his old table with an expensive desk, and his wall hangings with high-end tapestries. This highlights a core psychological truth. Human beings seek Diderot Unity, a state where all possessions match in quality, price point, and social status. When a single outlier is introduced into an environment, like a high-end luxury watch or a premium kitchen appliance, the surrounding items suddenly feel inadequate, creating a perceived need for a total systemic upgrade. In the modern economy, this manifests most clearly in residential real estate, where a home purchase often accounts for only 60% of the total transition cost over the first 24 months. The new living space demands furniture that fits the floor plan, which then demands landscaping that matches the neighborhood, creating a domino effect that can erode 6 months of savings in a matter of weeks. Economists note that this isn't driven by utility, but by the pressure to maintain a consistent identity through material goods. When the new version of a person's surroundings clashes with the old, the brain experiences a form of cognitive dissonance that is most easily resolved through further spending. But here's where it gets interesting. The financial damage isn't just found in the initial price tag of the upgrade, but in the recurring maintenance costs that follow. Every purchase carries a support cost that many consumers fail to calculate at the point of sale. A high-performance German sedan may have a monthly payment comparable to a domestic SUV, but the cost of tires, specialized oil changes, and premium fuel can represent a 40% increase in the total cost of ownership over 5 years. This cascade is particularly visible in the technology sector, where the purchase of a flagship smartphone often necessitates an ecosystem of peripherals. The initial $1,000 investment frequently leads to the purchase of wireless earbuds, a smartwatch, and cloud storage subscriptions, turning a one-time expense into a recurring drain on discretionary income. Data from consumer spending reports suggest that for every dollar spent on a primary status item, an additional 30 to 50 cents is typically spent on complementary goods within 6 months. This complementary spending is often unplanned and rarely accounted for in a household budget, leading to the sensation of living tight despite earning a 6-figure salary. When these upgrades are financed through high-interest revolving credit, the Diderot effect becomes a mathematical trap. At an average interest rate of 21%, a $5,000 room refresh can end up costing over $8,000 by the time the balance is cleared, significantly delaying retirement timelines for the average worker. The data tells a different story about how these needs are created, suggesting that modern retail isn't just watching this happen, they are engineering it. Retailers and e-commerce platforms utilize product bundling and frequently bought-together algorithms to trigger the Diderot effect artificially. By showing how a new purchase looks alongside other premium items, platforms create a sense of incompleteness in the buyer's current inventory before the first item has even arrived. Subscription-based business models capitalize on this by lowering the barrier to entry for a lifestyle anchor item. Once a person commits to a high-end fitness bike or a luxury coffee system, the recurring cost of memberships and specialized pods creates a locked-in consumption pattern that prioritizes brand cohesion over financial flexibility. Research into consumer behavior shows that cross-selling increases average order value by approximately 15 to 20%. This strategy relies on the human desire to maintain a consistent standard across all touchpoints of an experience, ensuring that one luxury purchase isn't left to sit in a shabby environment. Social media amplifies this effect through lifestyle curation, where influencers present a perfectly cohesive aesthetic. This sets a psychological benchmark for viewers, making a standalone purchase feel like a failure if it isn't supported by the entire look seen on screen, leading to systemic overspending across multiple categories simultaneously. The data indicates that breaking this cycle requires a fundamental shift in decision-making, moving away from reactive buying toward a system of strategic defense. The most effective way to neutralize the Diderot effect is the implementation of a 30-day cooling period for any purchase that exceeds 1% of annual income. This allows the initial neurochemical spike of the new to subside, providing the mental space to evaluate if the item will necessitate further upgrades to its surroundings. Wealthy capital allocators often utilize the one-in, one-out rule to maintain a fixed inventory of possessions. By mandating that a new acquisition must replace an existing one rather than supplement it, the pressure to upgrade the entire system is mitigated as the total volume of goods remains constant. Another strategy involves calculating the total life cycle cost before checkout, adding the estimated maintenance, accessories, and complementary upgrades to the sticker price. If a $2,000 sofa actually requires $5,000 of supporting decor to look right, the true cost of the decision becomes clear before the capital is deployed. Mastering the Diderot effect is about embracing strategic asymmetry, the ability to own a high-end item in one area of life without feeling the psychological need to match that standard in every other area. This decoupling of identity from material consistency is a primary trait of those who build lasting, multi-generational wealth. By viewing every purchase as a potential seed for a consumption spiral, people can protect their capital and ensure their spending is driven by utility rather than a manufactured need for cohesion. Ultimately, the mastery of the Diderot effect is the difference between a high income that disappears into lifestyle creep and a high net worth that provides true financial sovereignty. If this changed how you think about consumption spirals, the next video breaks down the specific math of lifestyle inflation and how to calculate your true cost of living.